Maybe one day. I have not filmed any talking this entire vlog, and I've been vlogging for the entire week. Well, I haven't. Ooh. Anyway, I have not filmed anything since Wednesday when I went to London. Today's Friday. I'm having a very chill, relaxed day. I don't think I'm going to film much more than this little talking bit, just catching up with you guys, telling you about how my new year started and what I'm getting up to and what I'm planning. So right now, I am currently just chilling. I don't have much planned for the weekend. I need to just relax, have some time to recharge, get my sleeping schedule back on track probably is the top priority, as well as doing more work on my next assignment. And then the last thing I have is just arranging to see people before I go back, really. It's just, I'm still in the process of doing that. I have just seen 2 of my friends this week. Obviously, I went up to London with my friend Hannah on Wednesday, which is the last bit you saw. Yesterday, I did not film at all because yesterday ended up being a really hectic day. I started working on my uni assignment, which was really good because I haven't, and I got a lot done, but I still have quite a lot to do as well. I also went with my mum to go collect my Kia package, and then we went food shopping, and that took way longer than I expected. Then I had to run a couple errands for my mum because my dad's van broke down. She had to go get him, and she had some stuff that needed to be done, so I had to go do it. Then I had to get ready to go out for dinner, and basically it just ended up being a pretty hectic day. And I hate how my hair looks right now, so I'm gonna take that. Anyway, that's what happened yesterday, and I didn't film any of it because it wasn't that interesting, and I didn't want to put any pressure on me and my friend hanging out, and just decided not to film, basically. Today, I've just been binge watching more of NCIS. I've been playing The Sims because I really wanted to play that for the past few days, but I haven't been able to, and yeah. What else? This is how I've been up. I literally haven't done anything. Other than that, I haven't done anything. On my 3rd book of the year, which is Benedict's book from the Bridgerton series. Very happy to finally be reading that. Yeah, really excited for that season to come out. I'm really upset that it's going to come out while I'm not here. Comes out when I'm back at uni, and I'm like, me and my mum watch Bridgerton together, so it's just like, ugh, I don't know if we will this time. That's really sad. Anyway, that's all I've been up to, and I don't know what I'm going to get up to this weekend. There's a storm here in the UK, so it's not even like I can go make plans. Like, I can't even be like, yeah, we'll go for a dog walk. Like, and I'll film some footage of that. Like, I won't. I don't know what I'm going to do. I actually feel like I probably will, this might be the end of the video. I don't think it will be. I'll probably film a couple snippets, but I'm not going to, this is kind of not going to be my best video, but I think it's a cozy start to the new year. Anyway, I had a very good week. I'm very happy. Been very chill. But yeah, I'm actually really tired, and I really need a recharge today, which is what's going on. Until later when I might do some work on my assignment. I also want to post on Instagram today, my London post. I was going to do that at some point, but I need to text my friend and see if she can give me her photos from it. I don't know if it's going to work. And I need to make a TikTok. Anyway, I'm going to go do that. Well, I'm not going to go do that right now. I'm going to go back downstairs though, and probably have some lunch because you guys are hungry. I'm going to go figure that one out and play The Simpsons. Because your girl is getting I'm struggling with my Sims though, because I haven't found my Sim love interest yet. And I've just decided I was going to go off the compatibility thing that the Sims introduced. And I was like, I'm just going to pick the person who has the most compatibility. And I was hoping to have a straight Sim, and then I'll come up with a storyline for another Sim later down the generation. But her best compatibility is woman, so I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. And then I went to create a Sim to make sure she looked really pretty. And what do you know? She's an alien! This is my favourite part of playing The Sims, is when the occults just pop out of nowhere and you can't do anything to stop them. I'm just like, I will play with aliens later down the line. The problem is like getting aliens out of the family line is, I don't know how hard it is to get an occult out of the bloodline. I need to try that. At some point, I need to try and get an occult in the bloodline and out of the bloodline. I'm gonna do that at some point. Not with my next generation, though. Not doing alien children. I've drawn the line. But yeah, I'm excited to just kind of be chilling until I go back to uni. But yeah, for now, I'm doing okay. Yeah, I literally have nothing to say. Oh my god, I go back next weekend. I just did the math on that. Oh my god, I have a week to finish my assignment. Oh, that hadn't clicked. I thought I had like 2 weeks. Okay. I'll be done in time. I just need to stop procrastinating at some point. Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some stuff. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go. We'll talk again at some point. I need to crop this video a little bit more, so thought I would just film it second. I did not film a video last week. Okay, I did not film my reading wrap, so I decided to do my top 5 of 2025. This is my top 5 books from last year. The reason I've chosen 5 is because I had 3 5-star books, and then I decided to go through and see if I had 2 were nearly 5 stars. And I do have 2 books. So these are my like runners up and then my top 3 of 2025. But yeah, this past weekend's been crazy. I haven't filmed much because the water in my hometown has been turned off because there's a problem and issues with water treatment, and it's a whole situation that has not been easy and I've been stressful. But I'm just going to film this little segment. So the first book that has made it into my top 5 of 2025 is Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I think this is my favourite Lila Sage book. I love the cover. I love Wes, he is my favourite. And I adore Ida. I think she is an incredible protagonist. But yeah, they were sweet. I fell in love with their love story. It's my favourite from the entire series. Can't wait for her to release more works. But for now, I'm truly 100% obsessed. I did only give the book a 4.75 out of 5. That was pretty high for last year. The second runner-up, I initially did rate 5 stars, but I woke up the morning after and I really regretted it. That it was just missing that one little thing I expect from a 5-star book. So of course I decided to change the review and just drop it to 4.75. And that book is When He Was Wicked from the Bridgerton series. This is Francesca's book, it is book 6. I fell in love with Bridgerton all over again with this book. The books are very different to the show, and I say that having read a book that is not turned into the show yet. They just are. You can tell there is a very different approach to the show than the books, even from reading the books that aren't seasons yet. But yeah, I fell in love. If you are a fan of Bridgerton and you're a fan of reading, I totally recommend the books. Any of them. I've read 2 of them now. That is 2026. I've just read Benedict's book and I do absolutely love them. I do think Julia Quinn is amazing. Now into my top 3, aka my 3 5 stars of 2025. This is my most recent 5-star of 2025. If it makes you happy. This book was so unexpectedly good. I actually only bought this book because A, cute cover, B, autumnal and Edie Dorton books, and C, I just loved the blurb. Do check out this book. Do. This is a book you want to read. This is such a grown-up and mature rom-com. And it is rom-com. It's not rom-com the entire time. It does lean into more mature, in-depth storylines, but for the most part it is very rom-com-y, very small town vibes, very autumnal. It's set between early October and like Christmas. This book's brilliant. I love it. It's so mature. It does have quite a big emphasis on grief and all types of grief. So like grief of death, grief of relationships, grief of people who never live up to expectation. Just that. It's a huge thing, and I feel like that should be a warning if it could be. This is a book I read in November. The last time prior to November I gave a 5-star review was in March. This book destroyed me. I was sobbing. I was crying. I've rarely cried because of a book. This one got to me. It has quite an intense... This blurb does not do this book justice. I read this blurb and I went, okay, there's going to be a little bit of touchy subjects, but for the most part, it's kind of cute. This book is intense. It gripped me. It had me in a chokehold, and I think this book might be the book of 2025. I love this book. This book was the best book. This book is the best book in the series, and I say that. This series, check out Emily Carter. If if you have not, and if you're a motorsport girly, if you're just looking for a new niche author, if you are just in dire need of sports romance, check out Emily Carter and pick any book from this series. Okay? Trust me, this series is good. I gave Bloodstream, which is the first book in the series, I gave that 5 stars. I gave this book 5 stars. The following book, Rush, both Bloodstream and Retrograde have they're very strong themes and like a what is the word? They both have like a very intense part of the storyline. This book focuses on overcoming alcoholism. I don't think drugs are involved. Do not hold me to that if there are. Anyway, this book focuses on that. Bloodstream focuses on grief. It's a huge plot twist though, so I can't really say more than that. And it's just read Bloodstream. It's so good. Anyway, those two have such like an intense part to the storyline, whereas Rush is intense storyline is a toxic relationship, but it's not as toxic as it could be. Like, it could have been worse, you know. And I don't mean to say that for anyone who has experienced a toxic relationship you would read in Rush, because obviously that was an intense toxic thing she was in for 4 years, like. But it's very quickly brushed over and it's very quickly kind of ignored in the grand scheme of the story, and I just kind of, I'm not here for it. I didn't get as involved in that part of the story as I did with Retrograde and Bloodstream, but Rush was brilliant. If you are interested in checking it out, I really recommend it. I do not think it's a bad series, I think it's a very good series. My first book is actually the first book that I finished in 2025. Was my first 5-star of 2025, and it's a book I'm still absolutely obsessed with the storyline of, and I probably should reread it when it comes to next year because it's all giddy. It is The Striker by Anna Juan. This is my first Anna Juan book, and let me tell you, I love this girl now. This girl has me in a chokehold. I was waiting for the Defender to come out. It did disappoint a little bit. But I was very aware of that. I loved this premise because I love a ballerina. I love a sporting man. And this book gave me that, and I absolutely fell in love with Asher Donovan, and I knew that I was never going to fall in love with Vincent because my girl Scarlett is my world, and I have a thing where she is my world and I just couldn't fall in love with her brother. I could not fall in love with Vincent. Vincent just wasn't really my type of a character. Asher Donovan, on the other hand, was. And this book is thick. Like, the Defender is way smaller than this. Anyway, I love The Striker, it's so good. I do want to say that one of the plot points that happens in this book I personally found was very, very predictable. It's like one of the closing plot lines is meant to be a major problem in their relationship, but it's very obvious from the moment you get into this book that it's probably gonna happen. Like, very obvious, in my opinion. But I love it. This was my first Anna Juan book. I have now read so much more by her. I'm so excited. I actually have another one of her books to read this year, but yeah, I am very excited for the 3rd installment to come out. I am very excited I'm very excited to be reading this year. Very excited for the books I have planned. I am hopefully going to stick to the TBR and not dip, because there was a lot of picking up random books I spotted in public last year. And when I say a lot, I mean 20 books last year I bought randomly because I was in a bookshop and I saw a book and I went, that is a bit of me. I do believe like 4 of those books ended up being sold because they were terrible. So yeah, those were my top 5 books of 2025. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed this episode because I wouldn't be doing part of the video like this for a while. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you liked, and I hope you have a good day. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks when I'm next uploading. Bye bye.